With Naruto and Hinata gone and Boruto a fugitive, a new, terrifying threat has emerged from the shadows. They call themselves the Shinju, self-aware, hyper-intelligent versions of the Ten Tails, each with a specific, chilling target. But what if I told you these new villains aren't just monsters? What if they are the ultimate, unintended consequence of the very first Otsutsuki to set foot on Earth? What if they are the final, twisted manifestation of Kaguya Otsutsuki's will? Today we're talking about one of the most compelling theories in the Borutoverse, how Jura and the other Shinjus are the byproduct of Kaguya's lingering will, and how they might become humanity's last hope against the celestial gods who are coming for Earth. To understand the Shinjus, we have to go back to the beginning, not just to Boruto, but to the origin of all shinobi history, Kaguya Otsutsuki. When Kaguya arrived on Earth, she wasn't just a power-hungry tyrant. The Boruto manga revealed a crucial piece of information. She was afraid. She was running from other, more powerful Otsutsuki, specifically Momoshiki, Kinshiki, and Ishiki. Her goal in cultivating the god tree and consuming its chakra fruit wasn't just for personal power, it was for self-preservation. And how did she plan to defend herself and her new world? By creating an army, the White Zetsu Army. These weren't just mindless clay soldiers. They were created by tethering victims of the infinite Tsukuyomi to the god tree, slowly draining their chakra and life force, turning them into loyal soldiers. The god tree, and by extension the Ten Tails, which is its seed form, was programmed by Kaguya with a fundamental directive: create a defense force to protect the planet from Otsutsuki invaders. This is the absolute core of our theory. The Ten Tails isn't just a beast of raw power, it has a foundational, latent will imprinted upon it by Kaguya, a will to defend the planet by creating an army. Keep that in mind, because it's the key to everything. Fast forward to the present day, we have a new Ten Tails, a smaller one left behind by Ishiki. This creature falls into the hands of Code, a zealous follower of the Otsutsuki ideology. Code's plan was to use his claw grime, which are pieces of the Ten Tails, to wrap up humans, turn them into divine trees, and have the Ten Tails absorb their chakra to eventually create a chakra fruit. But then, something went wrong for Code, and something went right for the Ten Tails' evolution. During Code's invasion of Konoha, Boruto fought back. Maybe a claw grime, which had absorbed Boruto's chakra, was reabsorbed by the main Ten Tails. This was the spark that lit the fuse. Why was Boruto's chakra so special? Because it contained the data of Momoshiki Otsutsuki. The Ten Tails, this blank slate creature with Kaguya's latent programming, was suddenly flooded with a massive amount of complex information. The genetic code, the battle experience, and the ego of a modern, powerful Otsutsuki. Simultaneously, Code's own intense desires and frustrations were influencing the Ten Tails. He imprinted his rage and his targets, the people who stood in his way, onto the beast. The result? The Ten Tails shattered its old limitations. It didn't just want to mindlessly absorb chakra anymore. It developed sentience, it developed ego, and it began to bud, creating individual self-aware entities based on the information it had. This process is called Shinju. And this is where Kaguya's will comes back into play, but in a warped, corrupted form. The Shinjus aren't just random monsters. Their forms and goals are a twisted reflection of the people they absorbed or targeted. Jura, the leader, seems to be the core consciousness. His target is Naruto Uzumaki. Why? Because Naruto contains the most potent and significant chakra on the planet, the vessel of the Nine Tails and the inheritor of Hagoromo's legacy. For a being whose prime directive is to consume chakra, Naruto is the ultimate prize. Jura's goal is the Ten Tails instinct given a sentient voice. Hidari is a clone of Sasuke Uchiha, created after the Ten Tails absorbed Sasuke. His goal is to kill Sarada. This seems cruel, but think about it. What is Sasuke's most powerful driving emotion, especially in his later years? The protection of his daughter, Sarada. The Shinju's developing consciousness misinterpreted this overwhelming protective instinct. It doesn't understand love or protection. It only understands targets and consumption. It latched onto the person Sasuke was most focused on and turned that focus into a predatory goal. It's a dark mirror of Sasuke's love. Matsuri, a clone of Moegi, targets Konohamaru. Again, this is a reflection. Moegi held deep affection and a strong bond with Konohamaru. The Shinju processed this powerful emotional link as a target. These aren't villains with complex backstories, they are instinct given form and intelligence. They are carrying out Kaguya's will to become the ultimate beings on the planet, but their understanding is filtered through the predatory nature of the Ten Tails and the specific data they absorbed. They are in essence Kaguya's defensive army, but they've misidentified the threat. Right now they see the strongest shinobi on Earth as the obstacles to their own evolution. So, if the Shinjus are the main villains now, what's the end game? This is where the scope of Boruto expands to a cosmic scale. The ultimate prize in the universe isn't a simple chakra fruit, it's the body of Shibai Otsutsuki. Shibai was an Otsutsuki who achieved true godhood. He consumed so many chakra fruits and evolved so many times that he transcended his physical form, ascending to a higher dimension. He left his mortal shell behind. This body is now the ultimate artifact in the universe. It contains the genetic information and the divine power, the Shinjutsu, to become a god. Amado's entire motivation, the reason he created Ida and Demon, was to use their Shinjutsu, which are derived from Shibai's DNA, to bring his daughter back. Now think about this. If a human scientist on Earth knows about Shibai's remains, you can bet that every other Otsutsuki in the universe knows about them too. Earth is no longer just a target for a chakra fruit. It's the location of the Holy Grail. The threat Momoshiki warned Boruto about, the other gods, aren't just coming for a snack. They are coming to claim the key to omnipotence. The shinobi world, even with Boruto and Kawaki at their peak, stands no chance against an onslaught of Otsutsuki clans all racing to claim Shibai's body. And this is where our theory comes full circle. This is how the Shinjus will help Boruto save the world. Remember Kaguya's original latent will imprinted on the Ten Tails? Defend the planet from Otsutsuki invaders. The Shinjus are currently focused on internal targets. Naruto, Sarada, because they are in a developmental phase. They see these powerful individuals as the final step to their own perfection. But what happens when a far greater external threat arrives? What happens when other Otsutsuki clans descend upon Earth intending to consume the entire planet or steal Shibai's remains? The Shinjus' primary directive, their very reason for existence inherited from Kaguya, will be triggered. Their goal of self-preservation will suddenly align with humanity's. Jura can't devour Naruto if another Otsutsuki blows up the planet. Their entire existence is tied to Earth. They are, in a very real sense, a planetary defense system that has gone haywire. Boruto will be the key to this alliance. He's not just a fighter. He understands the Otsutsuki on a fundamental level thanks to Momoshiki. He possesses the empathy and the unique perspective to communicate with the Shinjus. He won't defeat them in a simple battle. He will reason with them. He will show Jura and the others that their individual goals are meaningless if an external force destroys their entire world. It won't be an alliance of friendship, it'll be, well, a desperate temporary truce. The shinobi villages, Boruto and Kawaki, fighting alongside Kaguya's monstrous sentient grandchildren against the gods from the stars. The Shinjus will become what Kaguya always intended her army to be, a shield against the Otsutsuki. So there you have it. The Shinjus are not just the villains of the two Blue Vortex arc, they're the legacy of Kaguya's fear and her will to survive. They're a corrupted echo of her plan, brought to life by Code's ambition and Boruto's Otsutsuki DNA. Their current hunt for the shinobi of Konoha is just the first stage of their evolution. When the true enemies, the Otsutsuki who seek Shibai's power, finally arrive, the Shinjus' core programming will force them to choose a side. And their side will be the defense of Earth. Are the Shinjus the ultimate antagonists? Or are they the planet's final, terrifying immune response? What do you guys think? Could Jura and the Shinju really team up with Boruto? Or are they destined to be destroyed? Let me know your theories in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.